I was born with a congenital birth defect called Pectus Excavatum, which is what you see on my chest. I was unaware that I even had something like that until people started pointing it out, so I decided to go get it checked out. Some are more mild, whereas others could be much more severe. I have moderate Pectus Excavatum. Since this is something that is also new to me, I decided to do some research about it and visit doctors to further understand it. Through my research, I found out that Pectus excavatum could affect the heart and lungs. In order to check that my heart and lungs weren't being affected by this birth defect, I visited some doctors to check that I was alright. I did some breathing tests and I got my heart checked out to see that everything was working fine. It was a cool experience, and I was also relieved to know that my body was normal and everything was working like it was supposed to. I worked closely with doctors from the Qatar Ghaz Medical Center and Al Ahli Hospital in order to complete this project.
Pectus excavatum is a congenital deformity. It happens from the birth. It's a deformity of the chest wall, in which the some of the ribs and the cartilage grows in a different way, in a defective way. 1 in 400, 1 in 500 births.
Is it different?
There's a male predominance. It may have, it depends on the severity. If it is moderate or severe, it may restrict the pulmonary functions, which is a lung expansion. When you take a deep breath, there will be a limitation because the volume of the chest is smaller than usual. In some people, it may cause some heart problems as well. It may cause some valve abnormalities.
All the valves you will see. And is there any fluid around his heart? We will check that. How is the function of the heart? We can check that. And but all the four valves you will see. Aortic valve. This is in the center of the heart. I check is there any abnormality. We check all the valves. Is there any gradient across it?
After checking the results of the echocardiograph, we found out that there's nothing wrong with my valves, no weaknesses in the heart, and there's no fluid around it. So thankfully, my heart is perfectly fine. The pulmonary functions test consisted of taking 3 normal breaths, and then a long deep breath and a long exhale followed by another deep breath. This was difficult to do, and it required 3 tries for me to finally get it done, and this is what it looked like.
Breathe normal. Breathe normal. Breathe normal. Inhale deep. Blow. Continue, 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 continue. Inhale deep. Good. Okay, stop.
The results came out instantly, and after speaking with the doctor about them, I found out that my lungs too were normal, and my lung capacity was not affected by Pectus excavatum, and neither was anything else. I started this project not knowing anything about Pectus excavatum, even though I had been living with it ever since the day I was born. But after meeting new people and interviewing all the doctors and doing all of my research, I found out that yes, it does have its risks, but thankfully I'm not affected by any of those risks.